Hey guys, welcome back to an all-new episode of Pro Wrestling Podcast with Matt and Friends. I am your host, Matt Kozakowski, and alongside me today, we're going to have numerous guests back to back. Episode 50 right here. We're joined in the beginning with Charlie Haas, WWE former superstar, WWE Tag Team Champion, ROH Tag Team Champion, one of the all-time best in the ring technical-wise. And then we have an up-and-comer, my homie, my friend, the only answer to pro wrestling, Josh Breezzyy. Josh, what's up, my man? What's up, Charlie?
How's it going, guys?
Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Happy Thanksgiving, Josh.
Hey, man, you too.
You too, Charlie. Yeah, no, man, I'm really excited to do this. I'm excited to bring you guys back, say what's up. Thank you guys so much for being on my show throughout the season. It meant so much to me to have you guys on here. Charlie, like I said before in our past shows, I've always been a fan. I always think you're one of the most underrated professional wrestlers of all time. It still blows my mind how you're not in the alumni section of WWE, but it is what it is, man. It doesn't make any sense, but hey, man, you're still killing it. You're doing your thing. Chris Jericho needs to get at you, bro. We need that to happen.
We've been friends for so long, and I'm like, man, we've never, ever wrestled each other ever. 10 years in WWE together, and I'm like, come on, man. You can't say the greatest of all time. I mean, he is. Don't get me wrong. But you haven't wrestled the greatest technical wrestler of all time.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And Josh, thank you so much too for everything. I mean, our friendship, we've grown to be really good friends throughout this time. And man, you're just going to be something special, man. I feel it. I told Charlie before we started how much I think of you. And man, I just can't wait to see what happens with your future. And I appreciate you being here again. So I want to say thank you to you as well.
Definitely.
Josh, I don't know if you... Charlie, go ahead. Sorry.
Josh, how long have you been wrestling for?
A year and 3 weeks.
Yeah,
something like that. Have
you been a fan your whole life?
Oh yeah, man. When I was little, I used to watch you, T-Mango, all that good stuff. So
yeah, I mean that's what makes it. A lot of people, like Kurt Angle, he went into it, but he was not a fan. He didn't know anything about it. Amateur wrestling was supposed to like pro wrestling. He just caught on quick. Brock was Shelton and I. We were fans. Makes it easier if you're a fan. You understand the moves, the language. You know what you want to do. You have a mindset, and then it makes it easier to become a professional wrestler. So I was a mark before I became a wrestler. So.
Oh yeah, I'm one of the biggest marks you'll meet, man.
Oh, ask him about his Hardy Boys collection, Charlie.
Well, how about the Hardy Boy collection? What is that?
Oh, it's just a room full of almost every single Hardy Boys Team Extreme action figure and collectible ever released, which is a lot. It's let
me give you some advice, man, as your career embarks. I'm doing this for my kids.
Okay.
Come up with different autographs. Okay, so if you're say if kid comes up to you and goes, hey, can you sign this my shirt, or can you sign this? Do like your initials. Do it. Mm-hmm. So if they're going to pay for it, then write out your full name. That way, go to retire. RBD taught me this. When you go to retire, you go to Comic-Cons, your autographs won't be over. Like, okay, or, do a time period. Okay, the first 5 years, I'm going to have this signature. The next 5 years, I'm going to have this signature. That way they know, and that signature may be more valuable.
That's amazing information, actually.
So
it makes so much sense.
It's something that I did not bring with my kids, with their amateur, because now wrestling cards are really big and people are making their own cards. So, just sign your initials. Like RVD does that. So there's some, take it if you want, but I recommend you do that. That way, when the time comes and you go to retire, you can ask for 25,000 or 100,000 an autograph like Undertaker. Also, you do the autograph signing, write slow. The slower you write, the longer the line. The longer the line, the more people want to join that line, the more money you make. Undertaker taught me that.
This is great information.
Oh, yeah.
And it is just so simple that you never think about something like so minuscule. Like if a kid signs like, can you sign my shirt at a live show? Instead of doing your whole signature, just do a little quick.
Yeah.
And then that way when you do your full drawn out signature, it's just that more of a masterpiece than just your quick.
Like if you're at the airport, people come up to you, hey, can you sign this? Just real quick, your initials, boom, boom. That's it. Mm-hmm. They're not going to say anything. And then, they may come back, 5 years at WrestleMania Access. Hey, can you sign this for me? You only did the initials. All right, what's going to cost? So.
That's smart.
That's awesome. I never knew that kind of stuff. That's pretty cool. That makes a
Right.
lot more sense now.
All right.
It does, man. So,
Even the line thing, like just take your time, because even if nobody knows you, just the curiosity is going to take over, because they're going to be like, why is this line so long? Let me get on it.
exactly. I mean, and then one more thing. And if you're going to be a heel, don't ever sign autographs. No, there'll be a time and place for it. I mean, JBL never signs. Randy Orton never signs. They're going to be making a lot. Randy will be making a killing when he retires.
Uh-oh. Josh, we got somebody incoming for you.
Oh God.
We got a former champion that you called out not too long ago.
Former champion, huh?
Yeah. Unfortunately, he didn't take the pin in that match, but we have Lucas Chase, former Rhodes Wrestling Academy world champion. Lucas, what's up, my man?
What's
Charlie,
going
this
on?
is Lucas Chase, one of the top professional wrestlers coming out of the Rhodes Wrestling Academy as well.
Hey, Lucas, man, best of luck to everything, man. Hear good things about you. So.
I appreciate it. What's going on, guys? How are we?
Good,
Hold on,
man. Lucas, we got Josh here for you.
Josh is on the call.
Yeah, man. What's going on, man?
You guys in the same training, the training class together?
I didn't hear your question.
Were you guys in the same class together?
I trained at the Nightmare Factory. He trained with Dustin. I trained with Cody.
Okay. Yeah, like when we left OVW, it was Cena, Randy, Shelton, myself, Conway, Rene Dupree, and Brock. That was our graduating.
Wow.
That's a stacked class. That's all.
So we're not going to wrestle the OVW guys.
And then, thanks to Internet TV, I didn't even realize they have their own, Al Snow bought it, but they have their own TV show on Internet TV, on, let's say Gladiator television.
Yeah. They're doing their thing. They've been running some shows and stuff coming out of COVID and quarantine and things of that nature. Yeah, but it's been a wild ride, getting to learn and sit under that learning tree, and now coming on here and meeting you, sir, and just hearing that, you guys had a similar experience with your class is incredible.
Yeah, it was, with Jim Cornette being such a mentor, and right now the TVs and just telling you how he wanted you to how to what do you in your whatever your promos were, how to say it, when to say it, the pitch you wanted, when to use a curse word, when not to, so. And he believed in kayfabe, man. I remember Lance Cade and I were doing a feud, and I was getting ready to go to TV to do Team Angle, and we got there early, so we were setting up the ring. And he pulled up and he fined us $50 each for carrying the ring posting together for breaking kayfabe. So, yeah.
Wow.
And on top of that, then he made me get tarred and feathered. So he used corn oil and feathers. So.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was that, man. But it was fun, man. It was very, very competitive, very competitive. But it was really cool because we were sitting there. I was talking to Randy Orton about this, and he goes, remember when it just clicked for me? And we're like, yeah, we all remember. He never, he just grew up watching his dad and his grandfather. So he'd go to all the shows, and he was a fan. But I mean, it was like he was 19 or 20, and it just clicked. Like he started doing stuff like he does now that people never saw before. And they're like, we got to get him up on TV now. Like it was just a natural, man. He's just the timing. When to stalk somebody, when to turn it up, the looks. Remember, he also said, Charlie goes, WWE always tells you don't look into the camera, don't connect to the fans. And he goes, who connects to the fans? He goes, the guys that get over. He goes, because Cena, me, he goes, because we don't listen to fans. He goes, when I do my entrance, I walk slow and I always look in the camera. He goes, and that's what gets me. He goes, so don't listen to the people saying don't look in the camera. Always look in the camera.
Some good tips from Charlie Haas.
Yeah, right. That's mental notes right there, man. That's awesome.
That's why I'm just sitting here quiet. Listen.
Yeah, just absorb it, man.
Where's Dustin? Where was his school at? Where's his school at?
Dustin is just outside of Austin, Texas.
Is it? Okay, man, because I'm in Dallas, man. I had no idea. All right. I'll have to go check it out.
I was a part of the second camp. They just finished up the third camp, and fourth camp starts in January, I believe. He's doing kind of like 3 month increments, and then doing like a showcase every at the end of every one. So,
Okay. Are you from Texas?
No, sir. I'm from the north. I'm a Northeast guy. I'm from Connecticut.
Okay, man. I went to
okay.
Seton Hall. I was out in New Jersey, man. Big East guy.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I've been following you since the whole Team Angle stuff, man. I'm huge influence, man. I love that technical style. And World's Greatest Tag Team was awesome.
Thanks, man. We have Arn Anderson to thank for that. They put it together. It was on after my brother died. They put it together really quick, and then Shelton and I had to adapt. He was spinning his wheels, and they didn't know what to do with me. And they're like, "Sink or swim, man!" And they threw us right in there with the Guerreros, and we're off and running. There's some growing pains, but I mean, Arn Anderson wasn't for him, and Jerry Briscoe. I don't think who better to learn from than one of the greatest tag team minds of all time, Arn Anderson. So,
absolutely.
And like I told you before, Charlie, I mean, your guys' feud with Los Guerreros, man, absolutely blew my mind.
Yeah. When we first started working with them, Eddie and Chavo, the first day we got called up to TV, and they're like, okay, we did the run-in on Chris Benoit, and then we went after the Guerreros. So they call it marrying you off on with your opponents. So we were in this marriage with them, but the first time we got to the house shows, we couldn't find them. And then their music hit. They're like, yeah, they don't even want to talk to you guys. They feel like they got to teach you. And so everything was called out in the ring, until, we got it perfected to go to TV. But I mean, it was like, the first time, we ever met Eddie was, his music was playing, and then we just came out, and that was it, man. We had to learn everything on the fly, so I can't say that it went smooth right away, but it took about 2 months, and then it just clicked. So it worked out. So
interesting stuff, man.
Yeah.
I love that. Calling everything out in the ring. Like, I feel like that's something that needs to be done more, for us.
You can't mess up, man. I mean, you can mess up the moves, but you can't mess up the psychology if you work it. Like if you pick a body part, if you go after your opponent's, his weakness, or capitalize on, something that, I always have a heel. Like Eddie would say, man, pop me up in the air. So I'd do that I'd pop him up in the air, and he'd do that drop kick. I pop him up in the air, and then he would land, and he would come up shaking his elbow. And right then I knew we're working his arm, when he caught himself, something like that. And it was that simple, or we would listen to the crowd. Like, he would shoot reverse, take a hard turnbuckle. We'd hear the crowd. If they reacted really hard, he would just say, just go right in the heat. We're working the back. So, it was off with the crowd, but it was up to us to know our skill set to, okay, if we're working the arm, the leg, the back, the neck, like with Ray or Billy Kidman, we would always try to ground them because they're high flyers. And, but it was fun, man. I mean, it was a great experience. And, I'm trying to teach my boys, my younger kids, hey, man, call it out in the ring. So that's what they're doing. That's not learn that way. So yeah, it's something just to learn, listen to the crowd. I think that's an all start right now. So.
Oh, absolutely. Well, we're talking about call outs. Not too long ago, Josh called out Lucas Chase for his RWA championship. Unfortunately, Lucas did not retain in that triple threat, but he did not get pinned either.
Lucas did not lose in that, man.
He did not get pinned either. But we do need to see that one-on-one match between Lucas and Josh here.
Hey, man, we got to talk to the big guys about that.
Listen, man, I'll be seeing Dustin next week. I'm gonna have to put it in his ear because I'm willing to travel to dish out some cures. You know what I mean?
Oh,
hey,
man.
I've been brought up to speed on your stuff, man, and I would love to have something down the line where we could rock it out and entertain some people, man. I think we could get the synergy going, man.
Definitely can, man. I've been waiting to get back in the ring. It's been too long.
Have you been working down there or?
Not really. So there was a whole bunch of financial issues, and I was moving. So then I moved from North Carolina to Florida, and now I'm just trying to get everything together for a rebrand. And I'm very much a perfectionist. And everybody's like, oh, just go out there and work and just do this. And I'm like, bro, I don't want to go out there and look like trash. Like, I'm tired of wrestling in shoes and like sneakers. Like, I want to get nice boots. I want to look like a professional, not just a wrestler.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome Brandon Espinoza to the chat. OVW star, Brandon Espinoza. We just talked about OVW. OVW's own Brandon Espinoza isn't here. How you doing, Brandon?
Doing all right. How are you guys doing?
Good, man. Good. We also have Chad Lennex here, but I don't know where Chad's video is. There he is. There's Chad Lennex. What's up,
There's
Chad?
so many people. There's so many people here. I had no idea. Hello, Brandon. Hello, Mr. Haas.
Hello, how are you guys?
Hello,
going on,
Lucas.
Chad.
Chad, I don't know if you're familiar with Josh Breezzyy from the Nightmare Factory right here, but we have Josh Breezzyy in here as well.
I do know that he is the Michael Jordan of Hardy Boys figure collecting. So
Michael Jordan.
That's about all I know.
I mean, it's the Kobe Bryant, but we'll let it slide for this
My
one.
bad. Hey, I tried.
Hey, it was close. It was close.
Brandon, Chad, how you guys doing today?
Doing pretty good over here. Just, relaxing. Didn't get home till almost 4 o'clock in the morning from the TV taping last night, but definitely feeling it right now.
Where is OVW doing their TV tapings? Is it still the old Danny Davis Arena? Or
Yes, it is.
okay, cool, man. God, I remember when we moved out of the one over and God, it was on the other side of man. I don't know. It was in a where Danny actually lived, and it was in a man. I can't remember the name of the town, but it was a rundown. What's it called? Building, and it was like, I mean, it should have been condemned. And I don't know how we ran OVW and HB tapings out of there. But then when he bought that other arena and the Danny Davis Arena, I remember painting those steps black and painting the walls black and everyone moving everything over. And man, and before that we had like 50 VHS tapes upstairs. And that's where he would, they would tape all those shows and send them out to people from all over the world, So it was
Nice.
That's great.
Chad, I listened to your new podcast that you got going on. That's pretty fun. Jamie Kilstein's killing it with that stuff, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. Just trying to get on your level, brother.
Oh, dude. I mean, you're gonna out push me for sure. You guys are hilarious on your stuff.
Oh, that's probably true. No, man. Thanks for the plug. K-Babes, listen to it. It's kind of fun. Hey, Brandon, I was on a show with you in Nashville in 2013. If you remember working Nashville Pro Wrestling.
Yeah. Have like 2 or 3 shows under that banner, I think.
Yes. And so I think we maybe were just on the first one together. I was like 19 years old. So anyway, I was like, oh, hey, I recognize you. So hello. And then Lucas, we don't need to talk, man. You cheat. I hope I'm never in the ring with you again.
Well, actually, it's not that I cheat. It's that you're just in the wrong place at the right time. So.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, whatever. Nice singlet, partner.
Good, brother. It was on elevation, not dark. So they put the stars up. They put the stars on my.
Whatever. You're getting the big rub, brother. That's fine. I'm just getting squashed by bear country. It's no big deal.
Hey, man, you put up a fight. I think your partner has something to leave to be desired, but you put.
You see that sunset flip, brother? Classic wrestling. Anyway,
that's hilarious.
Me and Chad both got our asses kicked on consecutive episodes of Dark and Dark Elevation this week.
Hey, but you guys got on there, man, and that's a big plus. So, I mean, like I've said to you, Lucas, before, like when we had our show 2 weeks ago, only a handful of you guys have been selected to go on Dark and Dark Elevation. I'm waiting for Josh Breezzyy to go on. I'm just waiting for that moment.
Hey, you got to let things marinate sometimes, man. You can't just eat a steak straight out the package.
That's fair. That's true.
I don't know, man. I like my steak raw and bloody. I don't know.
That's gross.
Right.
No, we've had the opportunity to showcase and learn and get our feet wet in the environment And, it's a blessing, and it was organic, and it was something that was a trial by fire of sorts. And I'm very grateful for the opportunities. And hopefully they continue to come for everybody, from the Rose Wrestling Academy to the Nightmare Factory. You got guys like Kid Bandit and stuff getting their opportunities as well. And, you got a guy like Sean Dean, and Nightmare Factory is definitely represented, Brooke Havoc and people like that. And, it's just a good thing to see, hardworking people getting their opportunities, man, for sure.
Well, you guys got, like, back in the day, you had Deep South Wrestling, you had OVW pulling out stars like Charlie Haas here. And then, you have Brandon Espinoza, who's been killing it on OVW for a long time. There's been spaces where Brandon's been gone from OVW, but I was a big fan when he was tagging with Paradise years ago. That was absolutely awesome, and I've been a fan ever since. But the new crop of talent from you three right over here, like, you just tell, like, you guys are going places. The new era of wrestling is here to stay. Obviously, you guys got legend people here like Charlie Haas, and somebody who's going to be a Hall of Famer too, as well as Brandon Espinoza, who's been around the block. I think you guys are absolutely incredibly talented. So,
but I appreciate the kind words. Yeah, I always felt like for tag team wrestling, that's right, I love my name. But when it came to singles and all that, it just it didn't pan out the way I wanted it. I was always a tag team wrestler with my brother and then Shelton, and but then it just didn't pan out. So I appreciate the kind words, but man, I still have aspirations even at my age. You want that one last chance, or what I like doing now is working for a lot of the internet TV. A lot of there's so many promotions that are on. They're showcasing their shows on internet TV, but able to work with the up and coming stars and just teach them stuff that I was taught by my mentors that can help them. And maybe what's old is new now. So it's whatever I can do to pay back the sport. So because I figure if I help them as they're on their way up, in 10 years from now, my kids are going to be wanting to do this. Maybe they can help them. So
absolutely. Lucas, your mic's off, bro. I don't want you to start talking. And then
Oh no, I muted it real quick. I'm just trying to make sure background noise here.
You're good. Brandon, so tell us about the OVW tapings. How many shows do you guys do per taping?
We do 2 hours worth because it is live in Louisville for the second hour. I think Lexington is live in the first hour. There's a few markets that actually get both hours live, and then obviously it's also taped live for Fight TV, and then it's video, or it's it's also streamed on obviously Roku and Amazon Prime and stuff like that. But then it's also I think it's Action Channel on Friday, the first hour shows, and then both hours show up on Action Channel on Saturday nights. So we just tape 2 hours, and then we have a couple dark matches for the house crowd.
Oh, absolutely.
I get to watch it on Gladiator TV on Roku, so I'm keeping up with it, man. I love it, man.
Good deal.
Brandon, did I just see you on Championship Wrestling from Atlanta not too long ago?
Yeah, I was on that for the first taping. It was me and Tom Coffey facing the Tate twins on that. So yeah,
that was awesome, man. I'm a big fan of their stuff because they have a lot of cool coming up talent on that show as well. Yep. You have Danny Jordan, who's been absolutely killing it. Chad, I love the background.
Yeah, I figured I would travel to space just for a little. Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, you have such awesome talent on Championship Wrestling from Atlanta. I think it's absolutely incredible, and to see you on the first episode was absolutely cool.
Awesome. I know me and Tom are trying to get on the next one here. We've rebranded ourselves since that first taping, and they're liking the current stuff that we're doing. So they're Zicky and Dave are looking at bringing us back in, hopefully here shortly.
Oh, I hope so, man. Josh is changing his background too now, and I feel left out. Like, but yeah, no, man. It was absolutely cool to see you guys on that first episode. I've been trying to catch up on Championship Wrestling from Atlanta, and there's too much wrestling out there, man. It's so hard to keep up with everything.
Man, yep. Just to exactly what you just said, man. I feel like now is such a we're really living in such a golden age where it's just like we have such media outlets and, you know, like your forum right here on the podcast, on the Pro Wrestling Podcast, and like other outlets and media, but like IWTV and things, you know, like that, websites have just brought independent wrestling into the forefront where you could really have a good, successful career and be known and not have to get to these major markets anymore, which is like the unicorn of the federations, you know. And it's amazing that we have all these things at the tip of our fingers, man. It's like there's so much wrestling everywhere. There's something for everybody. It's great.
Oh, absolutely. And it's crazy to me because without, like I said before, without the Rhodes Wrestling Academy, without the Nightmare Factory, there's wrestlers that I would have never knew existed outside of those academies, like the showcases, like Lucas Chase and Chad Lennex. I mean, you guys started wrestling before those showcases. And I didn't know that until those showcases happened. And I'm like, yo, dude, these dudes are awesome. And then I look it up online and I figure you guys are wrestling years before that. So it's crazy to me.
Yeah, man. I think it's just one of those things. Like you know, you can put the work in for a long time, and then sometimes you're right time, right place. And I think going somewhere, having the exposure, trying to have a serious conversation. Please obey my dog as I'm speaking. Having just like the exposure and getting kind of like retrained. Like for me, like I trained with like a ton of different guys over the years, but like going to a full like camp and being trained by Dustin, somebody who's been on TV for, you know, 30 years, 30 plus years, is like it gives you a new like perspective on things, and then you get like a ton of just a ton of exposure from there, which is fantastic as well. I feel like we're gonna have a battle of who has the best background.
It's going back and forth, man.
Hey man, you got to use a good background when you got one.
And then there's Lucas Chase.
What a mark, dude.
I love.
I
can't even speak.
No way.
I don't know. The dog wins, man. You can't not put
That's
a dog in the background and then say it doesn't win, man.
The dog always.
I just like how we have multicolored hair Chad. So we have dark hair Chad in the photo and then blonde Chad right now.
It's the Chad twins. That's what it is.
Dude, I don't know why it's like that, but you know, leave me alone.
Chad, you look very evil in your picture, to be honest with you.
That's because I am evil. I'm a villain.
That's
If you
fair.
Dude, the dog even kind of looks evil.
I was like, why have
See-
I never thought to put this dog in a promo picture before? She's a spaz. So.
It works, man. You guys both have the evil looks. Like you want to tear somebody's head off and the dog wants to rip it off as well.
She speaks English, so.
Hey, that works, man. Hey, just don't let Big Boss Man get a hold of it.
Oh, dude. Hey, man. We don't want another pepper situation.
No, we don't. No, we don't. Oh, here we go. Lucas with his big background now.
So
Oh,
I had
man.
to, Ricky Starks was giving me the across the bar eyes in the last one. So I had to,
He likes you, man. That's all it is, you know? That's all it is. But
Ricky
for-
taught me how to take a chop, and my chest hasn't felt the same since.
so funny story about this last match real quick. When it comes to Ricky, so we put the things together, you know, whatever. And there was a little moment in the match where, you know, we're working a double team, and just like, yeah, we're just gonna do a double team. And I'm like, okay, cool. And as they're whipping me off, I said, what the fuck's a double team? And all I hear, because they just said it's a double team. So okay, but like in my head, I'm like, I gotta know where the hell I gotta be, right? So, what the hell? So I'm like, all right, cool. So I go, fuck's a double team. And as I'm like mid whip, I just hear Hobbs go, body slam. I was like, okay, cool.
That's what.
It was just so Ricky's good with that. Like he's good with calling on the fly stuff too. Like it, you know, it's just like, yeah, we'll rock it out. I'm like, okay, cool, we'll rock it out. Well, what the
That's
fuck are we
easy.
gonna do?
Right?
That's
I've
awesome.
never wrestled you a single time before. I don't know your moveset like that.
yeah. Like, it never
The
worked.
double team.
Yeah.
Okay. There's only 90 moves that could be.
Oh, Chad, there it is.
the
always
Warlow knee.
That's all I
Oh,
want.
man. Well, speaking of the Michael Jordan of collecting, there's his Hardy Boys behind him.
Oh, I mean, there's the Josh Breezzyy action figure. I saw his dog, so I had to raise him an action figure.
Damn,
Well,
I wish I had one of
yeah.
me.
Oh,
I don't know.
The EC dub.
Hey, bro.
Are those all mint?
Yeah, they're all mint. This is I just live in one little room because I spend all my money on toys.
I agree. Same.
Anyway, this is my fun wall though.
Brandon's got a fun little toy room too, though, with video games and whatnot, right, Brandon?
Oh yeah, I've got a couple art and whatnot. That one I had on, I think your last episode was just that Legends Ultimate that has like 8,000 arcade games on it, so that's fun. But then I also have the Ninja Turtle little arcade 1-up, and then obviously got lucky to actually have 5 in an Xbox Series X too. So yeah, a lot of video games.
There you go. Brandon's not a big fan of Pokemon, guys. He is not a big fan of Pikachu.
Hey, me neither. You're in good company, brother.
I'm a huge fan of Pokemon. No, the last time I was on
too.
here, if you guys know who Blanco Loco is, he brings out a bunch of different anime and like cosplay stuff. And so he brought out a Pikachu, and his partner threw the Pikachu at him. I caught it and then gave it a big backbreaker in the middle of the ring and then chucked it out. So
that's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
So Pikachu is no more. He can't evolve into Raichu, and yeah, it's over.
That's right. Pikachu's the overrated mascot anyway.
Well, now it's a Mimikyu. So it's exactly what it's supposed to be. We're perfect.
Absolutely. Charlie, we lost. Oh, there's Charlie's background now.
I was trying to get a picture
man.
of my brother, man, but I can't. I don't know how to find. I don't know. Man.
No, it's good.
No. So before my phone dies, so I switch over to my iPad. But I was going to tell you guys. You guys are man. It's a great time to be a wrestler right now because you guys can make yourself undeniable whenever you do decide to go up to the big, to AEW or WWE, because you can hone your craft and then self-market yourself and go with the name you're going with, and that way when you get up there, they can't say, okay, well, Joe Henning, we're gonna make you Michael McGillicuddy.
Right.
So it's a great time, especially with all the social media, so just build a strong following and just do that, and I was talking to Booker T. He's telling me what he makes a month just off his the YouTube followers. He has like over 500,000 followers. Yeah, he makes about 55,000 a month off that. So I'm like, man, I'd start building, all that right now. That's what I'm trying to do for my kids, at least, So,
well, you got your new podcast going out with a YouTube channel for it too, right? So,
yeah, but what I'm trying to do really is start with Russ and Chuck, my kids, because now with colleges, you can make money off your name and your likeness. By NCAA rules, by standards. So, now that's why Vince is signing like Gable Stevenson, and then because he can flood the markets in the NCAA, he can flood all the universities, which you weren't allowed to in the past, and now they can sell the merch, and we're sports entertainers, we're not professional wrestlers. So by government standards, that's why we're 1099. So, and Vince did it that way for tax purposes. So, you can go and wrestle or play football, whatever you want to do in college, and still be a pro wrestler and get paid, and nothing can happen to you, So,
wow, yeah,
that's a shame for sure.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I like I said though, I mean, there's too much pro wrestling going on, and I absolutely love it. It's hard to keep up on who's who though. There's too many damn wrestlers out there.
I love it, man. I think it's great, man. It reminds me of watching. I'm just watching the old territories, like getting up and watching Georgia Championship Wrestling. Then you had WTBS, 605 to 805 with World Championship Wrestling. And then Sportatorium with the Von Erichs, World Class Championship Wrestling, and WWF, and then USWA. I mean, it's like the territories. It's just great to be a fan as well.
I was a big fan of Heartland Wrestling back in the day. I learned some pretty cool wrestlers from there too.
Yeah. That was it was a hell of a tag team that we had. You know, we were in Memphis at first. It was the Island Boys. It was Rosie and Umaga, which was Rosie was that's Roman Reigns' older brother, Matty. You had Joey Matthews and Christian York. You know, Joey Mercury, and then you had who else? You had Russ and I, and then they brought in the Dups that were from ECW, and then you had the Mean Street Posse, who was down in Memphis with us, with Shane and Dan's buddies, and and then our first match on Memphis as a Power Pro Wrestling was American Dragon and Spanky. So, you know, and who would have known that would have, you know, later on, Brian Danielson, you know, good for him. I mean, he was always something special. So
was Brian Kendrick, though. You can't, you know,
oh yeah,
Spanky, anything he was doing, man. Brian Kendrick, one of the best all-time professional wrestlers.
And Lance Cade was there too, and Shooter Schultz. You know, we lost a lot of people out of that Memphis crew, like Rosie, Umaga, my brother, Lance Cade, Steve Bradley. Steve Bradley doesn't get enough credit. He's the one that trained Kurt Angle. You know, he looked like RBD a lot, so that's why they never really brought him up, because they purchased CCW then. But he was a hell of a wrestler, man. He was from the Connecticut area.
Oh, he had a badass look too. I mean,
yeah,
dude, I think Steve Bradley was going to be actually one of the probably best performers of all time, but you know, he didn't get that push. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was in OVW for a short amount of time.
Well, he was he was in Memphis, and then they sent him down there to train Kurt Angle. Then they sent him to Puerto Rico, and they left him there for a year and a half. Forgot that he was there. So they got him out, and they sent him back to Memphis. That's when I met him, and then you know, then they went to OVW, and then HWA, and that's when they let him go. But you know, he started the Kids Wrestling Federation out of Connecticut. It was like it was him and his buddies in his backyard. They built their own ring, and they would make money selling off the VHS tapes to everybody.
Crazy.
I mean, you did mention a tag team that I absolutely loved watching was York and Matthews. I think that tag team was just so damn underrated.
They were awesome. They were so fun to work. Really good. You know, they were trained by the Hardys. And they were great, man. When Russ and I would work them on the independents, you know, the Ring of Honor didn't start yet, so we were with Jersey All Pro and CZW, so we were going back and forth and going, you know, just traveling up and down the East Coast. And man, we would wrestle with them in the Hit Squad. So it was fun.
Well, it's funny enough that you mentioned that Matthews was trained by the Hardys with that whole ladder match spot that Jeff hit on Joey Mercury and busted his nose. You know, that was a rough spot right there, but they worked it, man. I mean, he turned it into some sort of an angle there too. And I remember that like it was yesterday, that spot. I mean,
it wasn't planned to go. I mean, it was deep. It was a bad cut, really bad. I mean, but he was able to get through it, man. Really did. So he's a warrior. Sure.
Yeah, no, I mean, talking about the Hardys, I mean, Josh is probably really excited about that conversation.
Yeah, I had my mic muted, and then the word Hardy came up, and I figured it was going to get kicked to me, so I unmuted it just in case.
Well, I mean, dude, you come up with the Swanton as your finisher. I mean, as a tribute to Jeff. I mean, you paint your face kind of like a tribute to Jeff. So, I mean, you're obviously the biggest Hardy Boys fan there is. So,
yeah. That's something I'm trying to work on not doing. It was cool to kind of be able to integrate it into my character, but the way I look at it and the way I talk to Carly Bravo a lot outside of wrestling, but about wrestling, and just on how to separate myself from just being that Hardy Boys guy and kind of just making my own character. It's almost similar to music. Like whenever you start making music, you always originally sound like whoever you're influenced by. So like, even when like they were teaching us how to do moves or throw punches, it was like, all right, go home, watch your favorite wrestler throw a punch, and then come back tomorrow and throw that punch. So like if you like Stone Cold, you're going to be throwing these crazy Stone Cold punches. You like The Rock, you're going to be over exaggerating the punch and things like that. So it was cool to basically just be a carbon copy Jeff Hardy, but I really want to elaborate to a different a different playing field or a different level moving forward.
Well, I mean, from the ideas you've told me, and we've talked a lot. I mean, from the ideas you told me about which character you want to go and pursue and stuff like that. I mean, you already kind of know what you want to go for. So, I mean, are you going to keep the Swanton as your finisher though?
See, that's what I've been talking to Carly mostly about, is just, and Grillo too. I'll talk to Grillo. It's just because the Swanton is such a face move, and I don't really see my character being a face. So it's like, I want to do it because I love doing it, and it's a good move that pops the crowd every time. But it's like, do you really want to do it? So then what I've been doing actually is watching a lot of Jeff's heel run in TNA, because it's not spoken about a lot, because it was such a short thing and it ended up so abruptly and terribly with the match with Sting. And what he would do is he would still use it, but in a different way. He would kind of, instead of doing the whole and the whole big sell, he would use the twist of fate more so and win a lot more with that. So I think I'm going to try and probably use the Rough Rider as a finish and then move forward.
Watch Shawn Michaels when he was a heel, when he would do the elbow off the top rope. Try to mix that with the Swanton. Yeah, I think you could still pull it off, but use his arrogance when he would go up and drop that elbow. They hated him. So I mean, he's another one I would look at for that. But yeah, I mean, I think you should keep it. I mean, say down the road you do wrestle Jeff, it would be like the 5-star splash against the frog splash. Why not? Why change it? Don't. I mean, you're honoring him, but man, keep it your own. And if you're a heel, watch the way Shawn Michaels would go up and do it. As a heel with the elbow before he was a babyface. But just add that. I mean, don't go away from that. If that's what you're getting known at for using, then keep with it, man. Stick with it. Jeff would want you to.
I just basically just in the art of executing the move, just make it just cocky and arrogant.
Yeah, it's body language, man. It's like, you take your time. They know, you're embarrassed. They're not going anywhere. you're going to hit, and then, and when you're arrogant, and then you can do whatever sign you want or, whatever, But when you're a face and you all of a sudden, boom, man, you snap it, you hit them with something like, sweet chin music, boom. And then all of a sudden you look up to the corner and you start climbing up there and the crowd's going nuts. It's the body language, like Randy Orton said, just take your time, man. You're arrogant. Just, man, pretend you're climbing a tree. You're just taking your time, man. You don't care, man, and you got all the time in the world, but don't change that, man. Keep that going. Keep it, definitely. By the way, I had Rip Rogers teach me how to throw punches, so that was my yeah. I don't know, man. Down in OVW, I couldn't throw a punch to save my life, and then Rip Rogers, man, I tell you what, man, he taught me how to throw a punch. I was like, thank God, man. He's someone that doesn't get enough credit for helping out. He helped a lot of the OVW guys when I was down there, a lot of us. So.
I mean, speaking of baby faces and heels, though, for sure. I mean, Chad Lennex is never going to be a heel. We already know he's the best good guy there is.
That's right. I was actually about to change my background to a picture of myself again, but
I did. So
Charlie makes me very because he's back. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll just keep my toys. That's my lane.
Well, I lost all mine in divorce. Yeah. So.
You lost all your toys?
Well,
yeah, man. Yeah, she sold them all on eBay, so it's okay.
Oh man,
we got to get you those back.
I know, man. What killed me is the Team Angles fucking sweatsuits, man. I was like, man, unbelievable. And she got 1,500 pieces. I was like, man.
She sold the sweatsuits?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
I mean, that's.
I'm petty, but that's wild.
Yeah,
that's rough.
That's stuff I wanted to give to my kids, So
yeah.
That's kind of a bummer, man.
Oh, dude, you have no idea.
That hurt my soul a little bit.
Yeah,
it hurt mine too.
That's horrible. I gotta say, man, those track suits, those sweatsuits in 2003. Yeah. I think in high school I wore a tracksuit to school because I thought they were so badass.
Man, they were great. I remember when they made them, I was like, man, this is awesome, man. It was the red and blue, and then the only thing is, man, Vince wanted. It was so hard to get out of them when it got in the rain. You're like, all right, man, all right, you got 7 minutes, from bell to bell, and man, we're trying to get the sweatpants off over our boots. I'm like, shit, man, they weren't rip away or buttons or zip Velcro. So I was like, this sucks, man. So that's why we went from that to just the tops. So.
Oh, that makes sense. Actually,
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, you could see the struggles on TV a little bit trying to get out of it. So.
Yeah, and yeah, but it was it was great, man. It was a good time. It was thanks to Kurt. Team Angle was supposed to be Russ, myself, Shelton, and Kurt. It was supposed to be 4 of us. So but we were still able to pull it off with the 3 of us. So we're and Chad Collier at one time was supposed to come in and be our cruiserweight, but those plans got changed. So
That would have been rad.
yeah,
it was still a fun time. I mean, regardless of the situation and the circumstances, I mean, you guys still brought something special to fans like us, back then. And Team Angle, like I said, I wasn't a big fan of heels until 2005. And then looking back, I was like, dude, Team Angle was one of the best things ever. Very fun to watch. The stuff you guys did when you guys turned on Angle and started working with Lesnar and stuff like dude, it was always just fun to watch,
Yeah. I tell you, man, I got to credit all to Arn Anderson. He was just, he would get in the ring with us and he's like, all right, this is how I was taught. This is how I vision you guys do it. I do it like me, but do it in your own way. And he would show us how to work the body parts, how to rotate in and out of the ring, how to make the tags special, how we would work as a tag team that, just a well-oiled machine, which, we were only put together after Russ died. So, I mean, we had about 6 months to 8 months to get it together, or we were probably both fired. So,
no, you guys did a pretty good job of keeping it together. And like I said, man, that return, the moment that Shelton had that open challenge and the moment you returned, always still gives me chills to this day. Like, hearing that theme music hit and everything like that, I'm like, dude, this is awesome. One of the best moments ever.
Yeah, it was good, man. It was good. But always remember, man, I remember Shelton and I were tagging and I would always end up doing the job. And I remember we were at Ring of Honor and I did the job and someone goes, God damn it, I knew it. I knew Shelton would never do the job. He never does the job, man. Charlie's always getting pinned. The poor white guy's always getting pinned. And Shelton's like, man, I better start doing the job. I go, yeah, it's about time.
That's awesome.
Lose with grace, baby. Lose with grace.
You did it always, man. But like I said, I mean, we're all fans of Team Angle and what Charlie Haas brought to the table. And like Lucas said earlier, I mean, your technical ability is probably one of the best. So
I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much, guys. Well, I'm gonna let you go because I got to go. I got the kids for Thanksgiving, and I got to go shopping. So,
Charlie, thank you for your time, man. Thank you for stopping in, and I appreciate you being on the show this season. It was really fun getting a chance to talk to you.
No, thanks for everything, man. I appreciate it. And remember, man, come up with 2 different types of autographs, guys. You'll make money down the road.
Keep that shirt off at the store.
What's that?
He said keep the shirt off at the store,
baby.
Shirt off at the store.
I know, man. Hey, man.
I'm glad somebody said it because I'm over here like, yo, Charlie Haas still looks amazing. So,
but man, I'm in the amateur wrestling room working out with the high school kids, college kids. So I mean, I'm wrestling all the time, but it's like 100 degrees down there, so it's like a sauna when you're working out. So,
well, thank you so much, Charlie. You have a great Thanksgiving, bud.
All right, man.
yeah, happy Thanksgiving,
guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
So we had a challenge we were talking about earlier from Josh to Lucas not too long ago. So
Amen.
We need to get that to happen. So I don't know, Chad, you've talked about being the right-hand man of Dustin. Can we make that work?
This is bullshit, number one. I mean, shit, man. I think down the line, some kind of like Nightmare Factory, Rhodes Academy, like crossover event. It's bound. Yeah, it's bound to happen.
Survivor Series, but with stakes. So,
Survivor Series that actually matters. Yes.
I just want to go listen to K Baby's podcast and listen all about it. So I was actually thinking about this, and these Nightmare Factory guys and girls like to talk a lot of junk on Twitter, challenging people. And then, they don't realize that, in between the two academies, I mean, there's only one champion, as in between them. Right here.
We
guys.
got budget cuts over here.
We got budget cuts.
Well, I think it's canon that Lucas is no longer the champion. So I think Nightmare Factory is gonna have to fly to fucking Scotland to challenge Paul Habris. So enjoy that, Josh.
Oh man,
I got it in my contract for a rematch because I was never pinned. So
this is true.
Yeah, I got contracts over there too. That's crazy.
Yeah, I got contracts over there too.
They're signed. Yeah.
We just got
we're signed to Dustin.
It's pretty much one extra piece of sauerkraut on the hot dog per handshake. So
it's pretty much
that's
nice.
We just get a ketchup packet
bonus.
Get some Dijon mustard.
See, that's blasphemy. I was gonna say that's our Christmas bonus was a little bit mustard. Is great.
Mustard, that's it.
Oh man. No, but I want to say this, Chad. I absolutely love the shirt that you have. What is it? I hate it here. It's absolutely fantastic.
Oh, yeah, because I hate it here. Yeah. I get the short end of the stick, man. Everywhere I go, I get an opportunity to work AEW. They're feeding me to a bunch of cheaters, bro. I have a good game plan, but they're bending rules and loud. That's what really drives me crazy. And Lucas is the worst one, man. I mean, you can go watch the second showcase. They're lucky that I was there. And I put my body on the line. I said, sure, I'll be in your main event, Dustin. I will tick the buy rate up for you. And then Lucas goes and pulls shenanigans. It's not fair, but hey, life isn't fair.
Middle of the ring with no ulterior motive, unlike the new champion who used the title belt to get his victory on someone else. So there's that. But Chad, you popped the buy rate and then you popped the Samoan drop, so it's all good.
And then I think you popped a fucking rib when I landed too. I think I saw you. You put the oil down. You had me slip, and that's what happened. I had a full head of steam, and what happened was because of the trap that you booby trapped it. I had a little slip, and it threw me off, and you caught me. That's fine. But let's.
He got you with the side out. It's all good.
He got me with the side out. That's exactly what happened. And I was going for a shooting star press. So.
Also, what happened when Bear Country double body slammed you and your partner from this week, or?
Yeah, so that was really his fault than mine. He kind of screwed up the whole plan, and it was what it was. If it was a singles match, it was me versus Bear Country. No problem. That's
a singles match or a handicap match, Chad? Come on.
Well, when Chad Lennex in the ring, it's always a singles match. You know what I mean, brother?
That's fair.
Or it's always a handicap match. Depends on how you look at it. I don't know if I can say that on your podcast, but I'm sorry.
You can say whatever you want on my podcast.
Okay, great.
Give a shit. That's awesome. I have not watched Dark or Elevation this week. I've been a little bit busy taking care of my dad, but
look at that. Wow.
I'm getting on it. I promise. My homies are on the show, so I have to watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't not watch when I got both Lucas Chase and Chad Lennex on Dark and Dark Elevation. So,
Josh, I just
what are the odds of
just like circle back to like that whole heel babyface thing, man? I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. Like before I went to RWA, like I worked heel primarily, dude, and it was so hard for me to like learn that babyface mentality. So kind of switching things around, like how you're saying, dude. But like, I'm gonna be honest, bro. My finish, the pop-up Samoan, was like just a move I would pepper in every now and again, and I had a different move that I would utilize. But like, I really focused on trying as a heel to win without using a finish for such a long time. Like I was always like, how could we get to here, but I'll win by, let's say, grabbing the ropes or utilizing the ref or doing something like that. That way, if it was like me hitting my finish, it would be like still a desperation thing. And like with something like the Swanton that's so freaking pretty, dude, like you really can like awesome. And I gotta say, like Chad, it does help out a lot down, outside of gimmick real quick. Like Chad does help out a lot at the RWA. He really helped me make that transition to the babyface because I was having such a hard time with babyface stuff. It was always like 80s, like, like Chattanooga, what's and like,
I cut one promo, and I was supposed to be the nicest guy in the world. And I'm like, bro, I'm an asshole, Cody. Like, I'm not a nice guy. Well,
hence the tag team nice guys. Hence the tag team the nice guys.
Dustin wanted me to be the babyface so hard, and I was like, I'm gonna do my best. I'm always up for the challenge, but trying to get out of that comfort zone is so fucking hard, dude. Like it's like so difficult. But like just like a testament to like Dustin and Chad and all them down at the RWA, like really just helping people get in that mindset, dude. Like, and so like, I don't know, man. I feel like the Swanton is a dope ass move, and you could be a real dick with it if you wanted to be. So like, don't change it, man. Just fucking embrace it.
Yeah, bro. Bro, like if you're like super mega heel, you could even have a move like you said, the Rough Rider, right? You hit that, like it's obviously over, and then you still go up to the top. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, you do
the 1-2 and you pull his shoulders up yourself, and then you throw his head back down, and then you do the Swanton or something. Something douchebaggy like that.
Charlie was on the right track, man. I think people get too caught up with like, oh, I'm a babyface, I shouldn't do this. I'm a heel, I can't do this. And it's more like it's all about how you do it, and like facial expressions. Like Lucas does all the same shit pretty much as a babyface as he did as a heel, but like just the way he did it was not like, it was very like fighting up, like almost underdog. Oh, I'm the babyface, you know what I'm saying? Versus like, I'm an asshole and I'm gonna give you a pop-up Samoan and hurt your ribs and cheat to win. Otherwise,
and just create history as the first ever. So
you did good job. Great work.
Well, I gotta ask now, Lucas, do you carry oil with you everywhere you go and just light the mat?
Does. I'll answer for him. Yes, he does.
So isn't that part of like being a wrestler?
Funny story.
Gallons of body oil.
I would actually utilize baby oil back in the day, but I switched to coconut oil. One, because it has a better absorption rate, and I'm not all slippery, unlike some people. And two, it's a little bit more organic. You know what I mean? Gotta save the planet. You know what I'm saying? Rock and roll. That's baby stuff. Would someone who's environmentally conscious cheat? I don't think so.
Yes.
You got my
vote. Josh, I hope you get back in the ring soon, man, and you get that, and you can kind of start playing with stuff.
Yeah,
because that's really where you're gonna figure it out. It's hard to do it. Cool. All right, Matt. What other questions do you have? Come on.
Oh man,
yeah,
I'm actually waiting.
Man.
Questions. I mean, Chad, when are you gonna get your Rhodes Wrestling Academy Championship match? I'm waiting for that, dude.
I don't know. I gotta get the book and start booking myself, and then I'll win.
That's fair. I mean, hey, dude, I remember during that match, you were like, "Hey, what's the count?" Like every 5 seconds.
Oh, and the last one,
I was like, "Yo, dude, you need to make that."
I just
shit
want to be
t-shirt.
sure.
You need to make that. I don't want to break the rules. T-shirt. Oh, right, absolutely. You're not a rule breaker like Lucas Chase.
That's right.
That's fair. That makes sense.
Feel like you guys just wanted me on here, like gang up on me and then try to lure me to Atlanta, that crapshoot of a town. Like,
hey, bro, I'm in sweet old Florida right now. So
hey, Lucas, we're not heels, man. We're baby faces. You know, we're just trying to.
Like you're outnumbered. You guys got the numbers advantage, like a pack of hyenas.
Hey, there can only be one champion, one inarguable champion, which is Lucas Chase. So
I mean, there's only one answer. So I mean,
there's only one answer, and it's not Andre Chase. It's Josh Breezzyy.
Yeah, you're damn right. I mean, the numbers. Scott Steiner said it the best, man. The odds aren't in your favor.
Listen, guys, Josh,
33 and 1/3%.
About a 33.3% chance of winning if he was stepping in the ring with this guy, because I'm a genetic freak, man.
Oh man. No, but no, you guys were talking about switching stuff from being a face to a heel, you know, not necessarily having to switch up a routine to be the opposite. What do you guys think about Sami Zayn's new theme music? I'm just interested in seeing what you guys say.
Haven't heard it.
Yeah, I haven't heard it actually.
Oh, so man. Chad, have you heard it or no?
Yeah.
Watch that garbage over here.
Yeah. I heard it kind of briefly. And I mean, I know everyone loved his old theme or whatever. I can't tell you how much I don't give a shit. That's like, fair. I just don't. I was just like, all right. It's very hard for me to keep up with WWE. Like you said earlier, there's so much fucking wrestling to watch that I really, really love. Like, I can't give my mental space to stuff I can't get on board with. So sorry.
Oh no, I get it, man.
Sorry to derail your question.
I get it. I'm cool with it. I just was curious because I know you guys had talked about that. Like, you know, when heels change their music, you know, to something that's supposed to be more heelish, which doesn't make sense because it's not even that much heelish.
Spoiler alert. The heel didn't change shit. Production said, "Hey man, this makes you seem like a bad guy. Here's the new thing."
That's fair. That makes more sense.
That's also the difference between
breaking kayfabe. Production changes it. Wrestlers don't change shit. There you go.
Don't worry, it's WWE. He'll have it back in a couple weeks.
You know what's funny? That
That's fair.
Guys and girls get wrapped up in that type of shit on the indies, man, and they're like, "Oh man, like I just changed over to heel in this company, and I really think I'm gonna change my music." And you know, we're sitting there, we're like, no one knows who the fuck you are for you to need to change your. First of all, and second of all, you should probably just change like how you're working as opposed to how you're coming to the ring. So I'll throw that out there.
Hey guys, my phone is on 1%, so I'm gonna just head out because I don't have a laptop to switch to. But it was great to talk to you guys.
You too, bud.
I'll definitely see everybody down the road.
Josh, we'll talk later, buddy.
Yeah, man. Thanks, man.
Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for everything, man.
Good luck, bud. Nice to meet you.
I love you. I love your shirt, man. Not you, Matt.
Josh Breezzyy.
Horrible.
What a mark.
What a mark.
What a
Thanks,
mark.
guys.
All right,
Hey.
later, dude.
Hey, watch it. Now you guys are teaming up against me. That's fucked up.
That's right. Fuck you, Matt. You piece of
Yeah.
shit.
You know what, Matt? Lucas Chase heel turn live on the podcast. Fuck you, Matt.
Hey, I'm cool with it. Whatever.
Where's
I'm
the
not.
Chad shirt?
I'm waiting to get it. Check this shit out. I got $650 stolen from my bank account and got fired from my job. Right.
Nice.
And then I got rehired from my job 5 days later and told them I'm not going back to the 29th. So I'm waiting until I get money again. And then I'm going to buy both your guys' shirts.
What are you
Acceptable.
long-term storytelling for buying merch over there? What's going
Yo,
on?
put your heel shit, okay? Lucas, damn. Yeah, long term.
Brother, I like it.
I have to, bro. I have to, you know. Storytelling, this is going to be a year-long storytelling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll wait till next year and get your guys' shirts. Oh, that's creepy.
This is how it's going to be now.
Chad, I'm more creeped out by the stash, bro.
I'm not allowed near many schools
It's
anymore.
a pretty elegant stash, Chad. You look like Picasso, like
I
someone
know,
from
bro.
the.
Check out the bun too, dude. I've just been rocking it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, I told you you got the Wardlow thing going on.
Well, I think
I know,
what
maybe
happened is
I-
when Chad took the knee to the face by Wardlow, it changed him into Wardlow.
Dude, if I get even halfway as big as Wardlow, I would be extremely, extremely happy.
Hey, people
like
wouldn't talk
Wardlow.
shit about your attire anymore.
That's true. Hey, I switched it up a little bit too. I changed the top and I got 0 flack. So it's good.
That works. That works.
All right, guys, it's been a pleasure. Actually, I gotta run. The times are changing.
Well, Lucas, I appreciate you coming on, man, and hanging out for a little bit. And
Absolutely, man.
I appreciate everything you've done, man. And I hope we talk soon, you know, for sure.
Yeah,
Happy
absolutely.
Thanksgiving.
Be more than happy to talk and hop on whenever. Chad, I beat you fair and square, and also beat you
Oh.
2 times in tag team competition. So there's that.
Fake news.
And
Fake news.
you can go get it. Subscribe to Road Wrestling Academy on YouTube and see those bonus exclusive matches for $2.99.
$2.99 a month?
$2.99 a month.
There you go. Sign me up when I get my money back. Long-term
Tell
storytelling.
Dustin to Venmo me for that plug. Thank you, Matt, very much. Chad, you suck. Later.
Yeah. Fuck off, Lucas. But
Oh man. But no, Chad, I love the podcast, man. You and
Thanks.
Jamie are absolutely hilarious together. Dude, Jamie Kilstein, I think, is going to be such a great star. Promo wise alone, dude, just absolutely kills it.
well, he's a stand-up comedian. So
Yes.
like he has kind of what you need to be a good talker. You should have him on, man. For sure. He'd be a
I'm
good-
planning
a good
on it.
guest for me as well.
Yeah, we definitely talked about it. somebody wrote something negative about him in my comments, so I had to delete the post. And then we were talking back and forth in messages for a little bit, and I told him I would love to have him on one day. I think just the talking points alone would be very fun to talk about, especially because we've talked about our love for comedy. Yeah. So, I mean,
yeah,
it's
one of those things, you get to and he has a pretty like decent following. So it's like, once you get to a certain level, that's when you start getting, like you said, some of the hate and the negativity and some of the bullshit. So it is what it is. But yeah, I think you guys would have good conversations about wrestling, comedy. He has similar music taste. He actually, dude, he did a fucking song. I don't know if I can say this actually. Never mind. Maybe I'll just tell you on Twitter. But he worked with it. I can say this. He worked with like a pretty huge like metalcore band and like helped them with a song. And he has like a little speaking part in it. So
that's dope.
Yeah, you guys would have good combo. Yeah, good combos, dude.
Yeah, no, I love the makes me squirt segment that you guys do. It's fucking hilarious. I don't know, just your guys' chemistry right there alone is awesome to watch.
Well, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, we it was just kind of just like he had his old host, Jesse, and they were doing a great, or co-host, they were doing a great thing, and she unfortunately has some pretty severe medical issues, and he was just like, "Hey, man, you want to just like co-host this with me?" And I was like, "Sure," and it just kind of worked out. I think it's gonna be good. So,
oh, absolutely, I love it. I think it's fun, and I'll definitely have to watch him. I already subscribed to the podcast, so I enjoy it.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Good. Right on, man.
But, yeah, I can't wait to see what the future holds for you guys, though, man. And seeing you I mean, you've been on Dark Elevation probably twice in the last month, I think, right?
I've taken a little bit of a break. So I was on Dark. The last time was over the summer. I had just a little bit of a break. Yeah, because we got really busy with the camps, and like Lucas said, I've been helping out Dustin a lot with those, so I've been really preoccupied. But hopefully you'll see me on there a little bit more regularly. So
man, I'm hoping. So. I mean, especially because of all the work you do, and I've seen. I mean, dude, at the end of the showcase, it even says producer, Chad Lennex. So.
It's a lot, man, but it's good. I'm happy to be a part of it. So,
absolutely, you do a great job, man. But
thank you.
I got to head off to myself. I got to go take care of my dad. But Chad, it's been fun, man. I really appreciate you coming on and saying hello, and I thank you for doing a show with me this season. It was really cool, and hopefully we stay in touch, man.
Yes.
But
hey, we absolutely will. Congrats on 50.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. It's been a fun ride for sure. So, but. Thank you so much, Chad, and we'll definitely be in touch, man. Happy Thanksgiving.
All righty, buddy. Happy Thanksgiving. Chat later.
All right. See ya.